Welcome to today's podcast from us at Zenler, your all-in-one course creation and marketing platform. So today what I want to talk about is 10 tips to get leads. So that's to get people into your course or your website. These tips apply to so many things, for course creators, to you guys selling products or promoting any of your services, whether it be course related or not. So I'm going to run through the top 10 tips, and you can even pick up a free PDF by following the link at the end. So the first one I'm going to say to you is a pretty common one, and it's create a marketing funnel. Now, marketing funnels are self-contained, almost like mini websites. They allow you to go through a series of steps, but one of the most important things to include inside your marketing funnel is capturing of email addresses and other details if you need them. So this is where marketing funnels really come into their own. It allows you to capture their details, but also give people valuable information. And whenever we're talking about marketing, we're talking about value. What are you giving your users of value for them to enter their email address? Now, we hope most of the time that people are actually coming into your marketing funnel because they're interested in your niche. But, sometimes if the message is not clear, it can be confusing for your potential lead, because it needs to be a clear message on what you're selling, whatever that product may be. So with marketing funnels, they can become really powerful, but you need to have a very clear message, and you need to be targeting your avatar. You need to be targeting the person that you want to target rather than people outside of your particular niche. You'll know the importance as an entrepreneur on making sure that you are hitting your target audience. So marketing funnels, very, very powerful. If you haven't implemented one in any shape or form, and this can be a simple opt-in with a thank you page, this could be a fully fledged video series funnel, or it could be a really elaborate lead magnet with multiple pages. So all of this stuff you can do inside Zenler. But we're now going to move on to tip number 2. Okay, so creating a free course. So giving something away, it doesn't necessarily have to be a free course, but it's something that you're giving away. So we're talking about course creators here, and we're talking about a free course to allow people to see what you're like. So why is this important? Why is it good to have a free course? Some marketers may say it's never good to have something free, but remember, we're using this for marketing, okay? There's a big difference. So when you are supplying that content, you are not supplying all of the information. But there's a lot of case studies where a free course can be really beneficial. For instance, with my work, I was teaching people at all levels. So what I had to include every single time was a beginner part of my particular course. So I thought, well, I don't want to have to keep re-recording and doing new content for the beginner section, which is relatively short, and it's just basically showing them around a piece of software. So what I thought instead was I'll actually create this into a lead magnet or a free course in order to get people into it, so that then they upgrade and they buy the more intermediate advanced courses. So I was opening myself, so I was freeing up work, but not only that, I was creating something of value for my students. And this works very successfully. So creating a free course or something free as a giveaway, but do not give them all of the information. Use it as a marketing way. Say, look, if you take the next course, you're going to be taught in depth about these. So you're always selling within that course, but you are giving your student or potential student the ability to know a little bit and to move forwards. So you're giving them something of, and I'll say it again, value. Let's move on to tip number 3. Creating an online workshop. So a workshop, a free webinar. This is massive. So if you can get actually to be live with your potential students, you have a really good conversion rate because you are with them, they are asking questions, and you're giving them something of, and I'll say it again, value. So you're telling them about what your courses are going to include. You're helping and offering advice to them, which courses they need, where they are in their progress, giving you valuable data. So not only are you spending, just do an hour, even half an hour Q&A about a course or an introductory to a course. Think of this almost like the free course, in tip 2, but it's not. You're there, you're in front of them, you're targeting them, you're talking to them, they're getting to know you, they're getting to like you, and they're getting to invest in you, because marketing, believe it or not, is all about your potential students investing in you and being in front of them, and you asking them what they need, and they then asking you what they need, gives you so much information. It's also a really nice way to connect with your leads and even existing students to upsell to the next course that you brought out. So creating an online workshop is definitely the highest conversion. If you've got people in front of you, you're going to convert them a lot easier. This is the number one thing to remember. So let's have a look about the next lead generation. We have tip number 4, and this is to create an ebook or a white paper. Tremendously powerful. You can use ebooks in conjunction with things like marketing funnels. So you can say in your marketing funnel, get the free ebook if you sign up today to be included in my weekly newsletter. So these are ways that it can be used. It could also put on your social media channels, like this post, and I'll send you a free ebook. It could also be put on some of the channels like Amazon, so people can download it inside that ebook. And this goes with any marketing at all. Always have that next offer. Always have that next thing that they can go to. So they have a next step. So always in those ebooks or those white papers, you're including a link to your site for people to go further and proceed. Do not leave them hanging. Do not give them a top 10 tip and then not put a link in there to your website. Lots of people do this, and they read, consume, and are interested in your information, but they have nowhere to go. You want to make it as easy as possible for them to take that next step and to pay you for your product or your service. This is ebooks and white papers tip number 4. Let's move on to tip number 5. So this is a free trial or a demo. We at Zenler have a free trial, a fully fledged free trial of the Zenler platform itself. We obviously block out some of the features that you have in the Pro and Premium, but people get a chance to use the platform, actually talk to the community. People are already creating courses, and they will sign up and they will upgrade. So having any kind of free trial, even for your courses, can be a good thing. You can also use a free trial of a set amount, so 3 days or 2 days or even hours if you wanted to, or you could send them into a marketing funnel and just do a demo. So you have that tip number 5, create a free trial or a demo of what you're selling. Okay, so let's move on to tip number 6. So create an email newsletter. Now, obviously, you've got to get people into that newsletter to start with. But once you get them in there by a little sign up or something, telling them about, in next week's newsletter, we're going to show you how to create amazing podcasts, like this one. And people are like, oh, yes, okay, I want that. I want to know all about that. So they sign up, and then you send them the newsletter. And then you can keep following up. And in the newsletter at the bottom, you always have that call to action. You always have that thing where you're getting people to take that next step. It might be summer promotion, 20% off all of my courses. It could be something like that. So this means that you're actually using that newsletter as a sales tool. Now, obviously, with email systems, and Zenler includes this as well, you have the ability to filter or segment your emails, or your emails where they're going to. So you might have a different newsletter being sent out to students that are already taking courses, but for leads that are coming in that are tagged, you might well be sending a completely different newsletter to them. So you're just making sure that it's actually defined for your audience. This again is something that a lot of beginners make the mistake of, and they send a newsletter out to everybody. Okay, now people that are already in your courses are going to get very annoyed, because it's like, well, I've bought that course, why am I being sold this stuff I'm already in? Whereas the new people don't know anything about it. So be really careful and always make sure that you segment your emails, and that's emails in general, not just for a newsletter. Okay, so that is tip number 6, create an email newsletter. Let's move on to number 7. So create a coupon or a discount. Coupons are massively important, and you see them all the time with things like Black Friday offers, Christmas offers, Easter offers, you name it, offers. Make it up as you go along offers, but coupons and discounts are amazingly, everyone likes a deal. Everyone likes a deal. Everyone likes something for free. Everyone likes to think they've got something better over someone else. Oh, I got 50% off that. Oh, well, I only got 20% off that. So having coupons and discounts is a really powerful way to cause people to buy. Now, what I like to do with coupons, a little bit of an extra tip here, is I like to put a countdown timer. Now, you can either do this as an evergreen timer or just a default date and time timer. Now, for you guys that don't know what evergreen means, it means that you can set it for let's say 15 minutes, and 2 hours later, if someone comes in, they'll still see 15 minutes. So it always goes evergreen for 15 minutes, depending on what time the person comes in. You'll see this a lot. If you see a countdown timer, come out of it, open the new browser, go back to that website, and you'll see that it will start from scratch. Okay, so this is what a lot of people do, and what this causes is it causes a time when they've got to do it, an urgency to make sure they get that offer. So in combination with your coupon and discount, this can be a very powerful and attractive way of bringing people into your courses, or even your products that you're selling on Amazon or something, or through your website, having these sort of effects. Because we're not just talking about course creation now. What we're talking about here is we're talking about marketing, and we're talking about message, and we're talking about yourself and your service or your product or your course or your membership. We're talking about everything to do with marketing, and it's all the same, guys. I mean, that's the good thing. There are certain differences with different things to selling products as you would for a course, but generally the message that we're trying to get across here is exactly the same. And the message with marketing is shouting about what you have to offer, making your offer or your unique selling point of your offer really in front of your audience and clear. I talked about this earlier. You need a very clear message. If people don't know what you're selling or what your service is, within the first 3 to 4 seconds of looking at your page, you will lose them. You want to make sure it's a very clear message. Don't mess around and try and be imaginative with words and things like that. You just want it clear in their face. Later on, you can start to play around and add humor into it, but you want a nice, clear message. Or you can hit it with a lot of humor and then bring that message up big and strong, impactful. The point is that you're trying to get the message across as quickly, as clearly as possible. You want no confusion as to what you are selling as a marketer. It's really, really important. Let's move on to tip number 8. So, creating communities. So in this case, I'm looking at Facebook group, but there are many other communities. Communities hang out on things like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, you name it. Every social platform has got its own little communities running. Facebook being a particularly good one because you can set groups up. You can make those groups public or you can make them private. People think that if they come into a private group that they're kind of special, and that's what you want to get across. Again, this is marketing, make that person feel very special, so a very important person to you for your business. So by offering a closed group, getting people in there, again, give them value with your posts, get them to network and communicate between each other, and get your super fans to talk about you and how good your service product is. Drive engagement through that Facebook group, and then you will get sales and results. That's a fact. Communities are very powerful. Check out other communities on your particular niche. Go in, find groups, see what they're doing, see how many people they've got in there and why they've got them. Always look at the competition and see, what are they doing? What are they doing? Why are they so successful? What am I doing differently to that? How can I be better than them? These are questions that should run through your mind on a daily basis. It sounds a bit intense, but it's kind of true. You don't have to be thinking about it all the time, but it should pop into your head like, oh, this is good. What these guys are doing is good. What are they? How can I compete with them? What's my unique selling point? What have I got to offer that's going to beat them? And sometimes it just might be you as a person. Because people, again, invest in people. You build a tight connection with someone, they will be your biggest fan and your friend. Now, the other thing is with marketing in general is if you have produced a lot of social media, you have this funny thing that happens, and it's actually really lovely. But if you're in a lot of your videos, you have people you've never met before from all parts of the world, and because they've watched so many of your videos, you're already their friend. You don't know them, you've already got this connection. They've got this connection to you, and so when they talk to you, you'll find that they're talking to you as if it was your friend. It's kind of a little bit weird at first, but then you think to yourself, wow, this is amazing. I've connected with these people. Now, this should be happening to you when you're selling any of your stuff. But remember, what we're talking about here is ethical values. We're talking about you're not trying to deceive, you're trying to give people value, and you're saying to them and you're telling them the truth. If you've got an affiliate, I see this happen all the time. If you have an affiliate link, people will just say, oh, click this link, buy, sign into this product. That's not the right way to do it. What they should be saying is, look, can you use my link? It's an affiliate link. I'm going to make 20% or 40% out of this. And by doing that, it's going to help me do more stuff for you. So you're being very transparent. So they're like, oh, well, I definitely want to go through that affiliate because he's really helping me a lot, And again, on affiliate, Zenler has its own affiliate program at 40%. So if you actually recommend to get someone to buy into Zenler on the Pro or Premium plan, you will receive 40% of the money they pay towards the platform. So this is Zenler's affiliate program. This is how we work with it. So we're getting a little bit off subject with create a Facebook group, but you get where I'm going with it. As it's a podcast, I can do this, I can give extra information that's going to help you guys. So let's move on to tip number 9, create a competition. So you're going to create and you're going to run a competition. Now that competition might be a poll, that competition might be anyone who likes my Instagram post will receive this. Give them something at the end of it, so they could get something like an ebook at the end of it. You could send them a t-shirt or a swag bag, you could send them anything you like really, but you're running a competition. This drives massive engagements. Obviously you'd market it, run it as an ad campaign or boost the post on some of the social platforms, but then once you've got those people in there and you're always capturing them as leads, you can then upsell them onto your courses. So this is create and run a competition. Very, very powerful tip number 9. So we're going to move on to the final tip now, and this is creating content. So we're creating, in this case, we're going to look at blog and vlog, but we're talking about any content that you're writing, whether it be on a landing page, which you could set up, but we're talking about blogs. Blogs are really powerful, and even more powerful than that is a vlog. So if you create the content for a blog, Just do a video of you talking about it. And then you will be flying. So create a blog or a vlog. So that brings us to the end of this podcast for today. And this is all about lead generation for not just course creators, but any of you guys selling a product. I really hope you've loved this podcast. Going to be bringing a ton more, going to have interviews, loads of stuff coming your way. Follow the link if you want to sign up for Zenler and trial the platform, because it is so powerful. You're going to love it. You know, bloggers are using it now. People are using it just as a website builder because it's that powerful. People are also using it for running lives as well. So you can run lives. You don't need any other subscriptions. You can create marketing funnels. Literally everything you need as a business owner is already in the Zenler platform. Just look at all the features that are actually included inside Zenler itself. So I'll be bringing you another hot podcast very soon. Have a good day, and I'll see you later.